So the two main components of music, as discussed last week, is pitch and rhythm. And pitch will be what's like up and down in the axis. So it'll be, going up and down. This will be indicated by pitch. And left to right. So up and down is pitch, and then left and right. And we always read from left to right. Will be rhythm. Okay, let's first talk about how rhythm is organized. So if you look at any piece of music, it's likely, well, almost 100%, that it will be occupied, or it will come with a time signature. And there is varying time signatures. The first two that we're going to learn is 4/4, and the composer will write it in the beginning of music, and they'll write it in both. And how time signature is organized is the top number tells you number of beats per measure. Beats per measure. Sorry, I'll write it here. Or another word for measure is bar. Okay? And the bottom number tells you what type of note receives one beat. And 4 stands for quarter note. And that's one of the most common notes that's on the bottom. So this information tells you that there are 4 counts per measure. So, or 4 quarter notes worth of value per measure. And to explain what a measure is, let me just erase this really quick. The measure would be spacing between 2 bar lines. So in a bar line, these are all called bar lines. And they divide music into, like a smaller unit so that you can understand, just like you don't want to have a run-on sentence, a sentence that keeps on going and going. So we like to have periods, right? So that we can organize into units, and, each sentence connects to each other to form a thought. And that's how music is organized too. Like we don't want it to be just like running on, then you wouldn't know how to organize it. So it's a form of organization, and there's 4 quarter notes worth, and you can have them in any combination really. And so I can have like 4 quarter notes. Sorry, the stem should be connected. Or I can have like a half note, because that's a 2 counts, and then have 2 quarter notes and things like that. And same thing goes for the bass clef. As long as you have 4 quarter notes worth per measure, or I can have 1 whole note, right? And depending on where they are, here's the first beat, you'll play these together, like that, so forth. Another common time signature is 3/4. So if you have 3/4 in the time signature, and I have bar lines dividing all these measures, then it means I will have 3 quarter notes worth per measure. So I can have a dotted half, just alone, or I can have 3 quarters in any combination, like a half note and a quarter, or 3 quarters. So one of the main challenges of being a pianist is you're supposed to process the information from both staffs and read them simultaneously, in terms of pitches and rhythm. But we'll do it really slow, a little by one note by note, so you're not overwhelmed.